On this episode of Cooking for Real, I'm going to use some of my homemade pasta. I have it resting right here, and we're going to make a nice ravioli. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a filling. I'm going with a chicken spinach cheesy filling. What I have here is a bunch of chicken that's cooked and shredded, but first things first, we got to get this ricotta cheese going. Ricotta is going to serve as a base to make this creamy filling. Now when you use ricotta cheese, you actually you have to add eggs to it. Some say 1 egg, some say 2. I usually mix in 1 and then see what it looks like. I'm thinking that in this case 1 egg will be just fine. And now I'm going to add in our chicken. Now I want to get this mixed in thoroughly before I add the next ingredient. That actually looks pretty good. The next ingredient is spinach, and I'm adding it bit by bit so that I can see if I have a good ratio. Now this spinach is already cooked, and it's a little easier to work with. The thing is, you can always add stuff. You can't take it away once it's incorporated. So basically what I have here is just 1 bag of frozen spinach, and you can see that the balance is beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and add some seasoning to this. Now I'm gonna go with some garlic powder, a little oregano, and some parsley. These are dried herbs that actually do pretty well in this situation because the moisture of the cheeses will actually reinvigorate these particular herbs. And I'm not giving a measurement here. I'm gonna say it's about 2 tablespoons of each of the greens. And then I'm gonna do about a tablespoon of the garlic. And on top of that, this is where I'm going to mix in my shredded cheese, which I'm going with a mix of mozzarella and provolone. So now as you see, what I'm doing is I'm just going to drop a little saran wrap on this and put it in the fridge to rest, because my next step is to roll out my pasta. Now I'm not going to bore you with making pasta. I'll just link you the video where I do make pasta. But for now, what I am going to do is roll this out into sheets, and I'm going to go all the way to the thinnest setting possible. So as you see, each serving size is about the size of a ping pong ball. And I have them spaced about 2 inches apart. And then I'm going to, this is just a little olive oil to help seal the joints in between. Just rub in between each and down the major seam. And when I cut these, I did my best to cut them exactly in the middle so that everything would match. Now you're just going to press these sides together. You want a nice seal, otherwise when you cook it later, everything is going to ooze out. So I did discover that it's probably wise to let them dry before you package them. So I have them here on a rack, just like you would dry any other pasta. And then I'm actually popping them into a bag that will go into the freezer. Ravioli, very versatile. These happen to be filled with chicken and cheese, but you can fill yours with whatever you like. After you've taken them out of the freezer, You can saute them and serve them with olive oil and maybe some chives, or you can boil them and serve them up with pasta sauce. Whatever you like. If you've enjoyed this episode of Cooking for Real, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.